Hey, what's up, guys? Here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson. Let's get right to another show I have for you guys today. We are here on season 4, episode number 28. We finally got the episodes correct, and we are actually on episode number 28 today. We are powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the dream yard go. So let's get right to it. I'm your host, Zach Jackson, here with my guest host and good friend of mine, Ian Greenberg. We are here and ready to roll.
What's up, Fire Sports Pod? We back at it again. We always dropping the heat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's get right into it. So we got a packed show for you guys today. We're going to go with 2 segments, with 2 very controversial segments. We're going to be going over, first up, what is the best division in the NFL? Second segment, we're going to be going over the over and unders, if not of all teams, most of the teams that we can get done today. And we're going to see which record they will have at the end of the year, how many wins will they have, how many losses will they have, and who will win their divisions. So we're going to be going over that. So stay tuned. It's going to be a pretty good show. Let's get right into it. All right. So first up, guys, we are going to be going over what division is the best division in the NFL. And that is really the talk of the talk. So let's go right into it and see which division is the best division. So right now, they're from Fox Sports, they say the AFC North and NFC North are the best divisions. Me and Ian beg to differ. We think there are a couple other divisions that could make some noise down the stretch. So, Ian, take it away.
All right. So, as I would say, by far, I get why they're saying the AFC North, because all those teams are. I don't think a single one will be at 500. So, and I get that battling against with the NFC North, the only reason that division wouldn't be the best if JJ McCarthy was still healthy and Minnesota goes on a roll. I mean, who knows? We got the rumor with them signing Tom Brady, but if per se Minnesota doesn't have a quarterback, they're going to have a losing season. So that's the only reason why the NFC North isn't really in the competition with the AFC North. But at the same time, you got a lot of these divisions down here that are pretty crazy, like the AFC East and the NFC East, which I guess we'll just recite who everybody has. AFC East has Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. And I mean, that division, depending on how everything goes, besides really the Patriots, that's 3 teams that are going to be that have the chance to be playoff teams. And who knows, New England might turn some heads. Like if they put the right formula together, they're still a little old school, but they might turn some heads. And then the NFC East, we got me and Zach's beloved Dallas Cowboys. Love you, Jerry Jones. No, I hate you. We got the New York Giants. Ew. We got the Philadelphia Eagles. Stinky. And we got the Washington Commanders, or the Washington football team. I don't know at this point. So pretty much it's going to be very similar to the AFC East, where you got 3 teams that are going to be over 500, because I'm pretty high on Washington. For someone who's not a big fan of them, I think they have this potential to really create an upset and create a roar this season. They might go over. They're going to definitely go over 500. And so you're putting between, you got both of these divisions, NFC East and AFC East, that have 3 teams that are going to go over 500, that have the potential to. So realistically, that might turn into really being the best division of football. But it's going to play through back and forth every way. Like, I would say the AFC North looks to be the best division because all those teams are successful when completely healthy. But who knows? Bengals, Burrow could get hurt again, and they have a bad season. Who knows? With Cleveland, Deshaun Watson gets injured, and then they rely on these backups, and they can't do much. So really, the AFC North could collapse. I mean, to be fair, it can go the same way with the NFC North, NFC East, AFC East. That's just how football is played. But for right now, probably in projections wise, I do get why they are saying the AFC North will be the best division. But to be fair, the NFC North, if McCarthy was healthy or Minnesota gets a new quarterback and that Tom Brady rumor turns out to be possibly true, then honestly, the NFC North might be the best division in football. That is a possibility. That has a really high possibility because I mean, with the Bears, they have everything, and I mean, unless they have another Bears type of scenario where it all falls apart and they have a horrible season, but they really shouldn't. They should be able to have 8 wins this season at least. That's the minimum for them, and or maybe that's the maximum for them. It's very flexible with everything. And I mean, to be fair, with the NFC South and AFC South, we got the Texans, Colts, Titans, and Jaguars. And that division too, that one is making a statement there as well. I mean, that's three teams that can go over 500 right there in the Texans, Colts, and the Jaguars. I'm not too high on the Titans because they have the defense. But the offense isn't really there yet. It's not put together, and I mean they fired what's the coach's guy?
Frank Vogel.
Vogel.
Not Frank Vogel.
What's his name again? I like that coach. He
Well,
was a defense.
No, not Brian Dable.
I forgot his
Man,
name.
what the hell? Why am I saying every other coach but him?
I like him. He should. I wish he was the head coach.
What the hell? Hold on. That's I gotta.
Yeah, let's look him up real quick. But anyway, back to my point. I feel like Tennessee is not. It may get to like a 5-win. Could get to 5
Mike
wins.
Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel. Yeah, there it is. Mike Vrabel. They have Mike Vrabel. When they had Mike Vrabel, I was very high on Mike Vrabel. I don't agree with that firing. So I would say with these divisions, a lot of them are very even, where they have three teams that are going to have crazy records, that have the chance to have these good records. It's just the AFC North has 4 teams that has a chance to do that. And that's really the only reason why they're saying it. But I think as the season progresses, I think one of these teams, it's always every year, one of these teams always has a dip, and probably the best division in football will end up changing, and it will end up being somehow the AFC West. Who knows? Like, you really don't get much of a very clear description with it. In a way, like, it goes very up and down. So like with the NFC South, you have the Falcons, Panthers, Saints, Bucks. Besides the Panthers, because they're still unfortunately have not given a line to Bryce Young, but the three teams, those teams do have potentials to go over 500. So I don't know. The best division in football is a really tough competition because if the AFC North, one of those teams could disappoint. It's very possible, but I mean, the NFC South can even compete with it. I would realistically say the NFC West. I don't think they're going to compete with it. I think really only the Niners and the Seahawks will have a good season. The Rams might get close, but I don't think they'll be able to win enough. And an AFC West with the Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers. That's another division that, again, 3 teams that have this promise that are going to have winning records. But again, AFC North's got 4 teams. So that's really where that's really where the distinction comes. It's kind of crazy how the distinction comes between one team per this division. So that's why really the AFC North is being put as the number 1 division. When realistically, I mean, if the Broncos turn it up, I mean, the AFC West could end up being that best division. I mean, it's very football flexible, where anything can happen and any injury can change the entire outlook of any team's season. So for now, you could declare them as the best division because all those teams should have at least a minimum of 8 games won. But it's the NFL. We don't know how it's going to go. We don't know how the magic pen's going to roll. So be on the lookout for the AFC South, AFC West, NFC South, NFC East. The NFC North, definitely that division is very good too. AFC East, all basically, I would say by far the one of the divisions that I would say that's distinctly doesn't really have a chance and is literally I'm just going to straight up. It's just the 49ers and the Seahawks. The NFC West, I don't see that division really having a chance to climb up the ladders in this whole division off competition we created here. But overall, I mean, I think I would stick with the AFC North for now as the best division. I would say I would have taken the NFC North if JJ McCarthy didn't get injured. I think the NFC North might have been able to outplay us. I think the Bears might have pulled a little bit of a shocking season. So, but since he's hurt and the Vikings might have a down season if they don't sign some good quarterback or some very last minute string quarterback to help them out. So it's really the AFC North.
Okay, nice. So you guys got Ian's 11-minute take, and now it's time for my take. And here we go. So now I'm going to squash your entire take, Ian, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to pull a Houdini on you. I'm going to bring
Houdini me with.
I'm going to Houdini you with some knowledge right here. Okay, so first off, I'm going to just go with you guys and just let you guys know. The AFC East is not going to be competitive. Why? Because it's all divisions will be competitive within divisions. But New England is still too young. They don't have a number one wide receiver. They suck. Buffalo has lost everybody. Defensively and offensively, Josh Allen is the only person there. I think Buffalo will still be over 500, but they're not going to be competitive in the playoffs. They might just get a wild card, and if that, they might not even make it. I have the Jets and the Miami Dolphins are going to be the two best teams, so you can't call AFC East a formidable division to be the best division. They used to be. A good division.
I still think so because I think if we're talking about legitimate with the records and stuff, I mean, I think the Bills could still push through in the regular season. I agree with you. They're not going to. I don't think they'll go far in the playoffs, but I think they can do some damage in the regular season.
I don't know, man. They're gonna have to play the Jets twice, Miami twice. New England plays them tough. That's 6 games already there. I don't think Buffalo is going to be able to do it. Not especially with not having either Gabe Davis or Stephon Diggs anymore. They don't have a number one wide receiver. They really don't have a running game that much. And it's just going to be Josh Allen, and it's a recipe for disaster. He'll just get hurt early in the year if that happens. AFC North, I'm going to say, I'm not going to say quote that as the best division right now. Not yet. Just wait until the end of my take, and then I'll tell you which one it is. Baltimore is going to be great. They were the best team last year, record-wise, in the NFL in the regular season. Pittsburgh's going to be better. They got Russell Wilson. If Russell Wilson doesn't get the job done, Justin Fields will be able to get in there and do some damage. Cleveland's going to be ready. Hopefully, Deshaun Watson has a fully healthy season. And if Joe Burrow stays healthy, Cincinnati might be the best team in the league. We move to the AFC South. Jacksonville. They're okay. I just do not trust them when they have a monster record of an 8-2, 8-3, because they did the biggest collapse you've ever seen in football. I've never seen a collapse like that. They lost like 6 out of the last 8 games.
We're wild to the Jaguars, man. Give them some faith. Give the kids some faith, man.
I'm not talking about that, dude. It's real thing. They can't go 8-3 and then you lose fucking 7 out of the last 8 games.
They're a young team, man. I believe that they will have a redeem.
That's your take. Tennessee. They're ass. They're too young. They're not going to be able to compete with a lot of these teams. They need to get better offensively for the offensive line to help out Will Levis. Houston's going to be the best team in this division. Behind Indianapolis, and Jacksonville is going to be 3. I agree with Ian where all 3 of them are going to have winning records over 500. Tennessee's going to be the only one with a below 500 record. AFC West, Denver is too young. They did name Bo Nix. They don't have a number 1 wide receiver just yet. They got to get some things going. Las Vegas is a mess. They have a great defense, but their offense is just trash. Even with Devontae Adams, you can't put in. We'll see how Gardner Minshew does with this offense, but I don't think they're going to do that well. But again, Gardner Minshew does get some promising games, so they could be more competitive than Denver. Los Angeles and Kansas City are the only 2 teams in this division. Chargers, a lot of question marks. Justin Herbert with his injury. Jim Harbaugh, new head coach, back from college, hasn't been in the NFL in a really long time, since 2012. So I would say it's going to be an adjustment. Kansas City's going to run this division like always, and they're going to win the most games out of this division. And then you go to the NFC. NFC, you got the Philadelphia Eagles. NFC East, Philadelphia Giants, Dallas Commanders. Commanders are going to be good. Giants are going to be absolutely trash. They have no running game. They have no offensive line. Their defense is good. Their quarterback is just average at best. I think it's
I
going to be
love hearing
Dallas.
those words out of your mouth.
I think it's going to be Dallas and Philly. Commanders are going to be a strong third, but I don't think they're good enough to compete with Dallas or Philly just yet. I think if you give Jaden Daniels at least another year or two, he'll be good enough to take this team to the next level. But just right now they don't. But they have all the means to get there. They have Austin Eckler. They got McLaurin. They got Scary Terry. So they got a bunch of guys there that could do some damage. So watch out for Washington. It'll be a sneaky team, but I don't think they're better than the Dallas and Philly. I'm going to have Dallas. I know it's hard to have repeat divisions, but I think Dallas wins this division yet again for the second straight year. I think we actually finally get we get the same winner in the first time, I think, in this history of this division. I think Dallas wins this division. Eagles is second. Commanders is third. Giants are fourth. NFC North, I got the Bears doing really well this year. Minnesota was going to go well with J.J. McCarthy. They don't get a quarterback. I know all this rumors about Tom Brady. And I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. I don't see it happening. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But even if it is right, I don't think Tom Brady's going to do well because he's 40-something, over 45 years old. Haven't got hit.
You well in Minnesota, dude. Jefferson.
It doesn't matter, dude. It's about his age, and if he gets hit once, he's done.
He's
gonna get flattened
Brady,
like a pancake.
I know his last playoff game, we demolished him. But to be fair, that squad was like a shell from itself. If Brady comes in there and does some damage, he's Tom Brady. He could put that ball. He can get that ball off quick.
I don't care who you are. You can be Jesus Christ the Lord. I don't care. You haven't played football in 3 years, and you think you're going to go out there and be able to fucking get smashed out of nowhere. No training camp, no nothing. He's not working out.
I mean, never say never, Joe Flacco.
I don't care. Joe Flacco's different. Joe Flacco is still throwing the ball, still playing consistent. Tom Brady has not thrown a ball. I haven't seen him. He's been playing golf. He hasn't been doing nothing.
He's been doing the Michael Rubin party.
I want to say Tom Brady's such great. Yes, he's the greatest quarterback to ever live. But there's somebody called Patrick Mahomes that's coming from that title, and he's going to have that by the end of the year. By the end of his career, Patrick Mahomes will be the best quarterback to ever walk this planet.
No, bro.
I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Watch.
No one will win as much as Tom Brady will.
I'm gonna tell you. Watch. You're gonna eat those words, Ian.
I will never eat those words.
You are gonna work. You are. If you're a Tom Brady fan, you're not a real Cowboys fan. I'm sorry.
I'm not a Tom Brady fan. I'm just putting it out there. There will never be a quarterback like that.
You know what?
Who will win like him.
Okay, so so Patrick Mahomes has already 3 Super Bowls and 4 appearances. So I'm gonna let you know that if he gets a three-peat, he's better than Tom Brady because he got a three-peat, the first ever three-peat in the history of the NFL.
And he does make if he does hit the amount of rings Brady does.
No, he's not. He might even beat that amount because he's got 4 more.
Amount, then all right, my words are wrong. But if he doesn't beat that amount,
okay, so then let's bet something on it. $100 at the end of his career if Patrick Mahomes gets.
Oh, I like this. Let's do it, bro.
Okay, $100.
What's it called? We'll be like fucking 40 or something, and we'll be like, remember that bet you owe me, motherfucker? You owe me money.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm serious. $100 for.
No, I'm game. I'm game for that bet, bro. I like it.
All right. So $100. You hear it now.
I am going against Brady. I'm going against Mahomes beating Brady. Brady statistically in Super Bowl rings. You are for Brady.
To be honest, Patrick Mahomes is a better statistical grade in his first couple years than Tom Brady ever had. So no one had he didn't go 3 for 4 in his first 4 years or 3 for 5, whatever the case is. This guy's got 3 Super Bowls in the last 4.
If he goes the longevity Brady does and puts those numbers up, then I understand the numbers. But now I feel like not now. Now you can't. We can't say anything.
I never said now. I said it in the end of his career.
Well, I know you said later at the end of his career, but yeah, if it's the end of his career and he has same amount of rings or more rings than Brady, I'll give you $100.
Okay, sounds like a plan. So let me finish my take now. So Chicago, I think is going to be good enough to compete. I don't think they're going to win anything in the playoffs, but I think they'll get there. Minnesota, I don't think they're going to do much this year. I think J.J. McCarthy next year will be great. Green Bay is going to do some well. I think Detroit, Green Bay, and Bears. I got Green Bay over Detroit. Detroit second, Bears third. I like the way Green Bay's been playing. They demolished our Cowboys, I should say. So I'm going to take Green Bay getting the first, Detroit getting second, Chicago getting third. I think all three these teams I just said are going to have over 500. We're going to be over 500. I think Minnesota's just going to get out of the outskirts of 500. NFC South, you got the Saints. They're going to be trashed this year. Tampa, I think it's Atlanta's division. I think it's Atlanta's division by a mile. I got the Falcons killing this division. I got Tampa Bay second, New Orleans third, Panthers fourth. Panthers are too young, have no help for Bryce Young. They do have another wide receiver. I want to see them. They might be a little scary of a team down the stretch for some teams, but I think the Saints are just a mess. I don't think they're good enough. I think the Falcons, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, and Carolina. So now for the best division, NFC South, no. NFC East, no. NFC North, I would have said it if Minnesota was fully healthy. AFC West, hell no. AFC South is a good one. Tennessee's just very inconsistent. I would definitely have to go with and agree with Ian. AFC North is the best division in the NFL right now. AFC South has a very big potential of being the best division in the end because we don't know what Tennessee, but we do know the for other three teams are good enough. And as well as NFC North. You never know who does the thing, but if Sam Darnold is the starting quarterback for the foreseeable future for Minnesota, they're not doing shit this year, and they're not competing for nothing. So that's my take.
That would be crazy. Imagine Sam Darnold pops off.
Hey, I hope he does. He's had a really tough career, and everyone's been saying he's been shit. So I'm rooting for him. Even though I might be saying no, I am rooting for him because I think he's going to be a good enough football player.
I mean, hey, if he plays successful, he gets a contract. I no hate on the man, but if he doesn't play successful, we're gonna have to call it out.
Exactly. All right, so we're gonna take a short break for about a minute or two. And then we're going to jump to our second and final segment on today's show here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Fire Sports Pod, we are back like we never left, and we're going to our second and final segment on today's show on this beautiful Friday afternoon. So let's get right into it. We're going to be going over the over and under for each NFL team coming into the season. So first up, we're going to start with the AFC North. The division that we named the best division in the NFL. So we are going to go and we're going to stick with the Ravens. So I'm going to start this off, Ian. I'm going to go with the over of 10.5 wins for the Baltimore Ravens.
I agree. I see them as 11-6, to be honest with you.
I got them 12-5.
12-5. I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like they'll either have 11 or 12 wins. I very much agree with you on that. I can't really disagree with it. I think they're going over 10.5 wins.
Yeah. Now the next one is the Cincinnati Bengals. The over and under of 10.5 wins. I'm gonna go with the over of 10.5 wins. I got them at 11-6.
I agree.
Just because I don't know how healthy Joe Burrow's going to be and if he's gonna stay healthy. He stays healthy, they could even be better than the Ravens.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If Burrow's healthy and we're talking full roster, everything goes their way, they will have 11 or 12 wins. It's very possible.
Gotcha. So now we're gonna move to the. So you got the over.
I got the over with you on that one. I agree.
Now we move to the Cleveland Browns. The over and under of 8.5 runs. 8.5 wins. What do you think?
I think they're going over. I think they're going to go 10-7.
I got them 9-8. I got the over as well of 8.5 wins.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like they're between a 9 or 10 game win. They're not Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, what do we got here?
Ooh, this is tough. This one's a little tough for me. I'm thinking
I'm going under.
Me too. I'm leaning under because I think because if it's Russell Wilson's that guy, Russell Wilson has those good 8-6 games, then he starts to dip. And as that division gets more competitive, and if the Browns, Deshaun's healthy and they get that system on lock, then I don't think they're gonna beat those. I don't think they're gonna beat the Browns.
Yeah, I got you with that. I got them at 7-10.
And so I'm going to take under on them too.
I got them 7-10. What do you got them?
I feel like 7-10 too. I definitely agree with that. I think they're going to be close, but I think they're just going to lose a couple division games close and fall slightly under.
Nice. All right, now we go to the AFC South, where we got to go with the red hot Houston Texans with my boy C.J. Stroud. They got Stephon Diggs, Danielle Hunter. Dalton Schultz, Tank Dell. You got what's his name?
You got Nico, bro.
Nico Collins.
Don't play
Thank
on
you.
Nico Collins, bro. You
I'm
got
gonna
the
go.
former Cowboy.
I gotta go over the over of 9.5 wins. Definitely.
Me too. I think they're 11-6 or 12-5.
I got them 13-4, buddy.
13-4. I don't know because I feel like teams are going to read them a little slightly better because Stroud was just a rookie. So now they have more footage on him. So he might be read a little better, but I think he's still going to succeed. But I just think it's not going to be as hot as we think it is. But they're still going to have a great season, and I think they will do some damage in the playoffs.
We agree to disagree. I think that they're one of the teams that could take down the Chiefs, though.
Oh, I think they could.
Now we move to the Indianapolis Colts, which they could not. We couldn't see them at full strength with their rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson getting hurt. I think with him being there, I got them with the over of 8.5 wins. I got them at. I'm gonna go with the 10-7.
I'm gonna argue and disagree. I think they will be under. I think they're gonna be. I think they'll be at 8 wins. I think they will be. I think they'll be just at that 8-win
8 and
mark.
9.
Yep. I think they will, unfortunately.
All right.
I think the young flaws in Richardson will come out, and I think the next season he will exceed everyone's expectations and play like this. Like, you know what I mean? The next season. Like, I think he'll have a flawed year, and everyone will be like, "What's up with him?" But then he proves everybody wrong that next year.
Okay, I got you. I respect that. So then I'm gonna have to go with. Then we go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now I'm gonna go with the over of 8.5 wins. I think they definitely bounced back from last year's collapse. So I got Jacksonville going over the 8.5 wins. I got them at a solid. I'm gonna go with them with a 9-8 record, literally right above what they. Actually, no, my bad. I'm gonna go with them with a 10-7 record.
I was gonna go the over also, and I agree with you completely. I think they'll have a 10-win season.
Okay, and then we go Tennessee. I'm gonna sadly have to go with the under of 6.5 wins.
Me too. I definitely think actually 6.5 wins. I might put the over just because I have a weird feeling they'll end up with 7 wins for some reason.
I got them 6-11.
I think they'll literally just be 7 wins. So I think I'll take them over just barely.
Gotcha.
But like barely over.
Gotcha. All right. So then the Buffalo Bills, we are going to move to the AFC East. We'll just do the AFC today, and then the next time on Wednesday we'll do the NFC.
Bet.
So Buffalo, I'm gonna have to go with the under of 10.5 wins. I just don't think they have the firepower to keep up with everybody. It's just one-man operation. It has been for a long time, and Josh Allen, and that has been his own doing, and now it's his only thing. So I'm gonna have to go with the under of 10.5 wins.
Zach kind of compelled me when we were talking about the divisions. So I'm going under too. I think they will end up with 8 wins.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go right below the 10.5 wins. I got them at 9. I got them 9-8. I still got them with a winning record though.
I think they'll be wild card contention. But.
Yeah. All right. Now we go Miami. I think Miami's gonna have a great year. I got them going 12-4 for our boy John. Shout out to Jonathan Moskowitz. I got them going. I got them going 12-4 coming in this year. But I still think Tua has a lot of question marks and needs to be better at the quarterback position. But I think he takes a big step. I got them 12-4 over the 9.5 wins.
I got them over, but I think they're gonna go 11-6.
Yep, 11-6.
Yeah, 11-6.
Nice. Yeah. Oh well, I'm at 12-5. My bad, 12-5.
I think they could get to that 12-game point, but it's gonna be how I feel in the guts with the season. But right now, I keep them as 11 wins.
Gotcha. All right, now we got the New England Patriots. I'm gonna go with the over of 4.5 wins. I don't think they're gonna be that bad, but I don't think they're gonna be under 4.5 wins. But I don't think they're gonna be over 6. I got them going 5-12.
I'm going the over, but I was actually taking 6 wins, so I would take 6-11.
All right, I'm going 5-12. Now we go to the New York Jets. They had a sad day last year. 4 snaps into the season, Aaron Rodgers goes down with Achilles, out for the year. I'm going to go with them bouncing back. I got the Jets going 13-4 this year, bro. 13-4. I'm going to go with the over of 9.5 wins. Let's go, Jets.
I'm gonna put an over. I'm gonna go with a 12-5. The only
12
reason
and 5. I mean, bro, that's one less win than I did.
yeah,
So
I feel like they could reach that potential Zach's talking about, but I don't know. It's kind of like gotta feel the gut feeling when the season starts for me, but I very much agree with the over. I honestly even agree with Zach's take. I'm not particularly sure how explosive they will be yet.
okay. AFC West. We have the final division in the AFC. The Denver Broncos. I'm gonna go sadly with the under of 5.5 wins. I don't think they're doing nothing this year. I just think they have a rookie quarterback in Bo Nix. I don't think they have a good enough talent on the offensive positions. They lost a lot of their receivers. Their defense is okay. They're not as good as they used to be. I'm gonna go with the under of 5.5 wins. Literally, I have them 5-12.
I think I'm gonna go the over, but I'm taking them with 6 wins. I
Actually,
think
my bad. I got them at 4-13. That's my bad. 4 and 13.
I think they might have 6 wins. I don't think they'll do anything, but I think there'll be a couple games where Bo Nix shows a little bit of his
His potential.
and that might carry them a couple wins over. So that's why
Gotcha.
I'm taking that six wins.
Gotcha. Now the defending two-time Super Bowl champs going for a three-peat this year. The best quarterback in the NFL right now in Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna take them the over of 12. No, my bad. I'm gonna take them the under of 11.5 wins. I got them right at 11-6.
I honestly agree with you. I think the under for them. I think they're going to be 11-6 because Kansas City they might not have the best record in the season of what we projected, but they always do damage in the playoffs, and at the end of the day, that's where it really counts.
Exactly.
So they will be making a print in the playoffs. So this is not us saying like, oh, they're not going to do this or anything. It's
Nope.
regular season. They're not going to
Exactly.
push those extra few wins. They know they can beat teams in the playoffs.
Exactly. Now, the last two teams, we had the Las Vegas Raiders over and under. I'm going to go with the under of 6.5 wins. I got them at 6-11. I don't think they're good enough to do anything. I think they get 6 wins off of Gardner Minshew and Devontae Adams, but I do not think they are going over 6.5 wins. I got the under 6.5. I got them going 6-11 for the season.
You know what? I'm going to be a little ballsy with this one. I'm going to go over. I think they'll have 7 wins.
Okay, so 7-10. All
I
right.
think so, yeah. But again, they're not going to be doing too much.
That's not bad.
I think Minshew might do a little better than everyone expects, and Devontae Adams might do some damage at some of these games.
Okay, and last but not least, in the AFC, we have the Los Angeles Chargers. Got Jim Harbaugh there, Justin Herbert coming off an injury. He's now back in the fold. In practice right now. I got the Chargers doing some damage. I'm definitely going to go with the over of 8.5 wins. I think they get back into that groove. I'm actually going to go with them at 11. I'm going to go with them at I think they're going to be better than the Chiefs. I got them going 12-5.
I go with the over, but I honestly think they're gonna be going. I think they'll go for 10 wins. I think they'll be 10-8 because
10-7.
10-7, my bees. But you know, I think they are. This is the first time that they're not consistently media blasting Herbert like, oh, this is their year. This is their year. So I think they're gonna do some damage, and teams aren't really gonna expect them. So I think they could push that 11-win mark, or honestly, what Zach's saying with the 12 wins. I think they might have a chance because they're not in the media as much. They might do a little better.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely agree. All right, well then, we are currently 34 minutes into the show. That would be pretty much it, guys. We just went through the whole AFC. We'll have our breakdown. We'll go over before me and Ian get off together. We'll be going over and put down our records for the AFC, and then on Wednesday, which would be season 4, episode number 30, we will be going over the NFC and what are our records, predictions, and the over-under for wins. So just stay tuned for that. All right, guys. So I'll catch you guys there on Monday, on Recap Monday, which will be season 4, episode number 29. Hope you guys have a great Friday afternoon and have a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. So catch out, and I'll peace you out and see you guys there. All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace out, Fire Sports Pod. Everybody have a fabulous Friday. Let's get it.